Okay, well, let's start off the podcast. Welcome back to the Shooting Cars podcast. I haven't done an episode since August, I think, with Dewey talking about grid life and stuff.
Is that your last one?
Yeah. It's been a hot minute. I want to talk to him again about grid life, Pikes Peak and stuff. But we have Max back on the podcast. First recurring guest. This is the first time someone's been on the podcast twice. So, congrats to you. And we're doing a live, not live version, but we're going to be doing some live questions, because I just moved my cursor over the questions. So we'll be talking about that stuff. Pasha's in the chat already. But what's new? What have you been shooting?
Well, since the last time you and I talked in your podcast,
it's been like a year. So like
no, I was back in like March.
Was that March?
Yeah.
Oh jeez, it's been the longest year ever.
Dude, you're telling me. I've done a lot. I don't even know where to start.
Recently, I kind of want to talk about the Porsches.
Okay.
You filmed what, a GT? Didn't you film a GT2 RS? No, 3 RS? Orange one. What am I thinking of?
Orange. There's so many cars. Orange.
Because I just recently edited 2 Porsche reviews that are yet to come up. They have yet to go up, I mean. And
I don't think no. I don't think so.
What was that orange one that you shot?
I can't remember.
You shot an orange Porsche. I know for a fact because like I didn't just make it up so we could talk about
orange
it.
Porsche?
Yeah. Get out your Instagram. I guarantee you. Fine, I'll do it.
You do it.
I'll be the researcher
here.
I'm
my memory lately has just been trash.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because I kind of deemed 2019 year of the Porsche because I've driven 8 or 9 of them. Well, the Porsche experience.
I was just gonna say you were up there,
and I've reviewed 3. Going from 0, I've done 3 this year.
You've done what? A Macan, a Cayenne?
No, 2 Macans. So I have another Macan episode coming out.
Okay.
December 5th or 6th.
No, mine's the 5th. Get it right. Remember?
No, yours is the 2nd.
Oh,
yours is December 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Max, what's your handle? It's so stupid. MGDE.
There you go.
MGDE. Dude, well, I'm dyslexic, so like.
Proud of you.
Dude, you don't come up. What the hell?
MGDE.
GDE underscore vision. Okay.
Underscore. My initials. Those are my 4 initials. MGDE.
I don't see an orange Porsche on here.
I
might have totally thought that. Oh wait, what about this? Okay, well you didn't drive this one though.
What? That was last year.
What did you drive recently? Didn't you drive?
Oh, that was for just my dealership. That orange 991 Gen 1 GT3 RS.
Now he remembers.
Well, because that's for work. That wasn't for my own private shoot.
Thanks, Pasha, for the $5. I'm a huge fan. Love your videos. My question is, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Mint chocolate chip. I get a lot of hate for that.
Orange sherbet.
That's sherbet.
Sherbet. It's actually sherbet.
Yeah, but it's not an ice cream.
It is.
Sherbet is its own thing.
It's still ice cream.
No, it's not.
It is.
Sherbet is its own thing.
You're your own thing.
Okay. Orange Porsche.
Yes.
How was it? You drove it, right?
I did.
PDK?
Yeah. Well, okay. The new GT3 RSs are only PDK. It was a 7-speed PDK. My first real time driving a 911, honestly.
Was it your first time with a PDK?
Yes.
How'd you like it?
No complaints.
I love PDKs.
No complaints.
I love PDKs.
I mean, obviously the purists get all annoyed because, it's less engaging, there's not 3 pedals to play with, no shifter.
Okay.
But the point of that car is to set fast lap times, and no matter what you try to argue about engagement and involvement, PDK is always going to be faster than using 3 pedals and a 6-speed. I
did back-to-back Porsche reviews without even realizing it. So, like, it's either the 5th and 6th or 6th and 7th of December. It's the Macan S, which has the PDK. Yep. And then the next day is a 6-speed Cayman. Boxer. A 2011 Boxer.
Ooh.
Which you can't pop the hood on, fun fact. There's no way to access the engine.
The Boxster? Oh, yeah, no, there's not. No.
I didn't realize that. I thought I was really dumb.
It's the same on the Cayman.
Okay. But I drove the 6-speed, and it's super fun. It didn't feel great.
How many miles were on it?
20,000.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because I
it
know...
was lower mileage. I don't know if it was exactly... I remember it being real low miles.
Okay.
And the shifter felt like it was in peanut butter.
Maybe probably the bushings. They were...
I guess, but that low of mileage?
See, I think... I know the 981 Caymans, or Boxster, sorry. When they get up, when their mileage starts to creep up, they start to feel a bit more tired in the shifter and the clutch, obviously, as they do.
Clutch felt... The clutch was good. It was a little bit heavier than I expected, but it's fine.
See, like, I've been spoiled at work because the first real Cayman that I got to sit in was It was before they went to the Turbo Flat 4.
Okay.
It was the Cayman GTS with a 6-speed.
Okay.
Phenomenal car, phenomenal shifter.
This was a flat 6.
Yep.
2.9, I want to say. Yeah, 2.9 flat 6.
Okay.
Yeah. It was super fun.
Those cars are such good value for money.
I'm smiling the whole video. It's super fun. That whole week is going to be a pretty good week. Because it starts off with the Repu review, the rotary engine pickup truck review.
Okay.
Then it goes to your Corvette C5.
Ooh.
Then, I can't remember if I have dealer reviews in the middle or not, but then it goes 2011 Porsche Boxer.
Okay.
1973 Triumph TR6.
Ooh.
And then a Ford Freestar minivan. Which...
Diversity.
Yeah, diversity for sure, but also, dude, when I got on it, it sounds like a straight 6 BMW.
What, the
Stock
Dodge?
exhaust. No, the Ford Freestar.
Oh,
sounds
sorry.
like a straight 6 BMW. It's a 4.2-liter V6
Dude,
in a minivan.
It's
a huge displacement.
Brett Nagy, Alex's brother.
Yeah.
He has a Trailblazer.
Yeah.
I remember last year I was riding with him for whatever reason to go somewhere. He got on it, and I swear to God that think those have a straight 6. It sounded...
The Trailblazers?
Yes.
V6s.
V6s?
There's no... I don't think Chevy's made an inline 6 since, like, the 70s.
Oh,
yeah.
But either way, it sounded exactly like a 911 Carrera flat 6.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, this sounds really funky. Like...
That's so weird.
Just a random thought, but that's...
Yeah,
that's
I have a video comparison in the review going back and forth between a BMW straight 6, like an E36, so like late 90s,
Yeah.
and the V6 in the Ford Freestar.
Okay.
Which I call the freestyle like 8 times in the video. It's all messed up.
Freestyle.
Let's see if we have any questions here. Zach, what are your thoughts on Single Pangle's ITB Miata? I don't know who... Is that a person?
You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
Slip angles? ITB Miatas would be sick. Do you still love the C33 Laurel? Yes, I do. Do you know what that is? The old
The
Laurel?
Nissan Laurel?
I did the 91, that black
Yes!
one, the Medalist.
Yes! Yes,
Which someone commented on it the other day that it's not a Medalist. He's like, I know this car. And I'm like...
See, I know what it is, but other than that, I can't comment much about it.
Which do you prefer, V8 or V6 engines or rotary engines?
V8 all the way.
Yeah, I know that's going to be
V8
you.
all the way.
Dude, I'm honestly torn. I
can see
love rotaries.
between V8 and rotary, right?
They're so different. Yeah, they're so different.
I can see your argument there because the rotaries just have so much character and they're so different. Like their power band is so smooth and creamy.
Well, and like V8s are like all down low. For the most part, I know the GT350 that I drove had an 82.
Well, cross-plane V8, and then you also have the flat-plane V8s, so you have very
for the most part, though. Your car is much on the lower end.
It's punchy.
Yeah. Rotaries, you don't even think about making power till $5,000.
No.
And you're not really in the power band till 6.
And you can rev.
And you're getting out of it at 8,500.
You can rev to the moon.
Yeah.
Which is
and
awesome.
if you're ported, you're looking at $10,000. Steen asks, what's your blood type? Do you know your blood type?
Whenever I've actually been asked this a couple of times for whatever reason, and
you need to stop hanging out with whoever's asking you.
I immediately go to that one quote from Bruce Almighty.
What?
I am AB positive.
My blood type is red.
Red.
Yeah. Any old school rotaries around your area? Yes. The Repu. Well, it's not.
That's like an hour and a half
north.
like west.
Yeah, west and north.
Well, where is he at again?
He's
way past. He's past the Rochelle.
Yeah,
Rochelle,
yeah.
that's past the Cal. That's
Yeah.
far. That's far.
There's actually, if you ever go to the Mazda Midwest meet in the city, there's so many old school Rotaries. I just sold a set of wheels to a guy in Montgomery.
Okay.
Lopez Rotary. You ever heard of them?
No.
Dude, they had, inside their garage, they had so many old Rotaries. They had like a pristine R100.
Did they have a Cosmo?
No. No. Not a lot of... I've seen one original Cosmo in person,
Okay.
and that was at the Peterson Auto Museum. I've seen a handful of the, I want to say, second-gen Cosmo, which was also sold as the RX-5 here.
Okay.
Boxy, early 70s car.
I think I know which one you're
And
talking
then
about.
I've ridden in, and my friend has a last-generation Cosmo, which is the JC, which is the 3-rotor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've ridden in one of those. We took that one back-roading one day.
Nice.
Before it dropped a rotor last, that might have been 2 years ago. Those are awesome. But yeah, Cosmos are really hard to come by. But Atkins Rotary has a supercharged second-gen Cosmo.
Supercharged?
Yeah, supercharged.
I've never heard of a supercharged rotor.
It's an automatic supercharged.
Automatic.
It's really, really cool. Dude, if I could review any car at the moment, like, that's very high on the list.
That's your
The M2 is still number one.
Okay.
The M2, and also another BMW that's on the bucket list, like super high on the bucket list, a Z3. Like an older... Because I used to play Need for Speed High Stakes, and I'd always choose the Z3 because it has started with a Z.
Oh, you and I always talked about this.
Yeah, it always
okay.
resonated with me. In school, I always had to, if it was like an animal that started with the first letter of your first
Zebra.
name, it was zebra. I did zucchini for food. For adjective, I always did zesty.
Zesty.
Yeah.
I like it.
What other adjectives start with a Z?
Zippy.
Oh, okay, I guess that's a good one.
Which your car is not.
Yeah, well, my car is nothing right now.
True.
It's sitting.
What'd you name your blue car again?
Violet.
Violet. That's
Because
what it is.
roses are red, violets are blue. Yeah. It more so just worked for the story. I don't refer to my cars as names, though. Like, that's the thing, is that, like, I'll never, like, text you guys, like, hey, I'm going to roll up in Violet. I don't assign a gender to my car. I'll never call my car her. You'll never
Never?
catch... No.
Okay.
You'll catch me in a casket before you catch me calling my car her. I promise you.
I stopped naming my cars like 4 years ago.
Oh, so you matured.
I guess.
Yeah.
In some fashion.
I'm not a huge fan of naming cars, but it's easier to keep track. Because, like, now that I've had two 1985 RX-7s,
Yep.
and I've had two red RX-7s.
Yeah.
The second gen was red.
True.
So it's like saying my red RX-7, which one? My 85, which one? So it's just easier for that. Let's see what else. Let's knock a couple of these out. 94 325i, good year for BMW. It's the E36. You ever shot an E36?
I have not. I know a couple of people who have one. I've been trying to shoot with them, but one of them, he drives his car a lot, like for autocrossing. He also has an E30, but he's always tweaking with him, but they're always having some kind of issue. So I haven't been able to shoot that one yet.
E36s are getting to the point where, like, they're not at collector status.
It's hard to find.
Some are. They eat the lightweight M3s and stuff like that.
What did they call the lightweight special of the E36? Was it the...
I have no idea. I've driven an... I should have reviewed it. I was going to review an E36 M3. I drove it the night before. I was like, all right, cool. Tomorrow morning I'll review it, and then
because
too hungover.
The M4 had the GTS, the E92 had the GTS, the E46 had the M3 CSL, which wasn't sold in the States.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I can't remember what it's
94
called.
is a decent year. Just reinforce your subframes. The rear subframes like to pack their bags and take a walk.
I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm one to talk.
ironic.
What's happening with the Z31? My friend Garrett with the Z31. Nothing. He just did a stainless exhaust on it, but he's just been chilling. Should I restore my grandfather's '79 RX-7? Yes.
Why is that even a question on this?
Yeah,
on this
like,
Super
yeah.
Chat? Like, it's an automatic yes.
Yeah. Here's an actual question. What's your dream car to review or shoot? You have the floor. I mean, you shot the Porsche Carrera.
Mm-hmm. That was a bucket list car.
The Carrera
of mine.
GT was
Yep.
like, that's...
I I'll go road car and race car.
Okay.
Road car, the first one that immediately comes to mind.
I think I might know your race car, but go on.
Okay. The first car that comes to mind immediately is the Lexus LFA.
Really?
Yes.
I don't find it a particularly good-looking vehicle.
See, it's you either the LFA is one of those cars among enthusiasts whether either you like it or you hate it. There is no middle ground because of the engine, the way it sounds, the way it looks, how many Toyota ended up making or Lexus.
It's Toyota.
I know. Yeah. And their price, like it's a very niche, love it or hate it car.
Okay.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Everything about it. And race car, actually, I have like 2 or 3. One is the Le Mans winning 787B.
That was the one that I was gonna say.
But that's that. Like, so if I had to put them in order, that's not the one. That's not number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Michael Schumacher's F2004 Formula 1 car.
Okay.
And number 1 would be Ayrton Senna's 1988 McLaren MP44.
Okay.
The last of the V6 turbo Formula 1 cars from 1988, I think it was.
I'm trying to think of where the 787B. I think it's in Japan. I think it's at
The green and orange one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's 2 green and orange ones.
Oh.
There's number 55,
Okay.
which won Le Mans.
Okay.
And then there's number... Shoot. I forget what number it is. It's a different number. Same livery. But that one's in California. And that one goes out to 7 stock. At least the year that I went.
That's the one that makes its way around.
It's the 767, and then the 787's the winning one. The 767, identical car. It's just not the one that won.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which, I think I've told you this, but the interesting thing about the 787 and 767 is that they're right-hand drive, but they're shifted on the right. Did I tell you? Were we talking about that? I was telling someone about that. So you sit all the way on the right, and then you're shifting.
It's the same with the original GT40s as well.
Yes. Yeah, same concept.
Yep.
I don't particularly remember why that is.
Le Mans start. With the way the cars were aimed.
I just talked about that in the Porsche review.
On the left-hand side. It was the Porsche 962 and 956 were the same way. I think so was the 917.
Well, the reason, correct me if I'm wrong, I said it in a video, so maybe I'm wrong, but the reason that the start key for the Porsches is on the left is so you can do your seatbelt while starting the car.
It's something to do along those lines of a Le Mans start.
It's like when you jump in, you can like kind of both do it instead of click and then turn.
The Germans are very picky about efficiency.
Yeah. Let's see if we got some more. Good pick, 767, forgot the number. Oh, it's number 77, I think. All right, Steen, get your facts straight before you start commenting on our post, huh? I'm emotionally crushed right now. I'm stuck between getting an FC or an RX-8 or not getting a spinny triangular brap and getting a Z32 300ZX. I have never driven... You know what? Going back to dream cars to review...
Yeah, you never said yours.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, man, I genuinely think the M2 is, like, top of the list.
You love it that much.
I love it that much.
Like, would you buy one?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. If I win the lottery, first thing I'm doing is balling out with like 3 M2s.
3?
Yeah, like different
Why do you
colors.
3 M2s?
Well, one to chop the roof off and make a convertible for the lady.
Oh man.
Actually, it'd probably just be easier.
She likes her convertibles.
Nah, I just think she does. I don't know. It's girly, right?
Yeah, you won the lottery, so might as well.
Yeah, might as well. The Z3's up there. The Z32 300ZX, just because I've done a Z31, 33, and 34.
Okay.
And I kind of want to do the whole line.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the fact that I've driven every generation of Miata. And I'm trying to collect more, you know? You know what I mean?
Gotta catch 'em all.
I feel like it's genuinely like Xbox achievements, like when I collect like a whole line of cars. I've done the C7, C6, and C5.
You have.
I'm trying to work my way back.
Okay.
So I found a kid with a
one
C4.
to get will obviously be the C1.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Although a guy at my church has a C... In a barn, he has a C1, C2, C4, C5 Z06, and a C6 Z06. Dude, you would not think that he is a car collector. He's just really nice older man.
Where is he?
I don't even know where his cars
Tell me
are.
off air.
They're not here. He doesn't live close, but he goes to my church.
Okay.
And just the other day, I was like, hey, I heard you're kind of into Corvettes. Like, I talked to him. He's like, yeah, I got a handful of them. And I was like, handful? I was like, excuse me.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
But yeah, I found a kid with a C4. Hopefully I can film in the spring. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's like, I want to film, like, top of the list would probably honestly be, like, all the old Rotaries. Which I have 2 that have offered up.
Shocker.
For the spring. An RX-2 and RX-3.
Really?
Yeah. So that'll be really, really cool. Hopefully I can get that shot next year. I just have to work out scheduling and stuff. But yeah. Thoughts on a turbo Renesis?
What is Renesis?
That's the RX-8 motor.
Oh.
Yeah. Turbo your Renesis if you hate having money and hate reliability.
If you hate having money and you hate reliability.
If you like reliability but still hate your money, you should put an REW into it, which is the FD twin turbo motor, and just swap to a single turbo, bolt it into your RX-8, and you'll have a lot better reliability. Tossing out stacks, though.
Yeah, making it rain.
Let's see here. Is SEMA on your bucket list of life? I have been to SEMA.
You were there last year.
I was there last year.
So jealous.
It's... I didn't do SEMA quite right, though. And I'd like to go back and do it again.
What do you mean?
We only had 1 day there.
You need like 3 days.
So it was opening day, and I remember, oh my god, it was like 3 p.m., we had walked through so many just aisles and aisles. You get numb to it, which is like, it's kind of hard because then you don't like appreciate cars as much. Yeah. And I remember my feet hurt so bad, and I'm like, all right, this is the exit. We're going to go out, call the Uber, go back. I open the door. It's another giant hall of cars. We literally stumbled upon just aisles and aisles and aisles. We get through there because like we only had 1 day, so you got to do it all. Mm-hmm. We go out into the parking lot. There's a parking lot show with an FB and an FD RX-7. It was something Hunt's...
TJ Hunt.
TJ Hunt's FD was outside, which is a piece. It's not a good car.
What, the white one?
Yeah. I looked inside of it. Dude, it was covered in Post-it notes. Radio does not work. Passenger side door does not lock. Like, it had, like, all these, like, warning notes for people, like, moving it. And I was like...
I mean, but you have to keep in mind, though, like, that he took that whole car apart and rebuilt everything.
I don't like TJ Hunt.
No.
I really don't. Because...
I don't like most YouTube
he put a
influencers.
big boy body kit onto the car when it was just blowing coolant seals. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with it. And it's just the coolant seals were shot. And literally I was like, if you paid any attention to Rotaries, like, you would know that. But... whatevs. We're not going to get onto that. Is it worth keeping a 12A or swap to a 13B? The 12A boys are going to get mad at me, but swap to a 13B. FD swap, yeah, it is. It's more expensive to do an FD swap in an RX-8. You're going to get so many more benefits out of it. You're going to have a motor that actually stays together. 12A turbo Weber blow-through coming soon. That'll actually be cool. A carbureted 12A turbo. Yeah. Max is not a Rotary guy.
I know what you're talking about.
So if we could do some non-Rotary questions, that would be appreciated.
Is that even possible in this chat?
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Or just 9 JDM cars in this chat?
We get a couple muscle guys that come through.
Yeah.
But I'm not very much a muscle car channel.
I know.
I drive a fair amount. I've actually driven a fair amount this year. I've deemed this year of the Porsche and year of the redemption of the Mustang.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. You drove Alex's dad's V6, or EcoBoost.
I didn't review it, but I did drive it.
Right.
I actually liked it.
You said, but the brake pedal squeaks too much. Ooh.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was weird. It was like the brake pedal kept squeaking like the whole time.
I already had this conversation last time.
I know. But it's for the viewers. It's for the content. Thoughts on the new Mustang? Well, I drove that 2019.
Well, the facelifted 2018 and on.
Yeah.
I love how everyone thought Ford completely messed up the design, but as time has gone on, it's kind of grown on me more.
I think they look amazing.
And then the 2019 Camaro facelift came out, and everyone was like, "Ah! Ah!" Getting Chevy messed up so bad.
That's legit messed up, though.
They did mess up. It made Ford, the new facelift on Ford, look beautiful.
Yeah. And, well, I'm low-key mad that they announced the GT500 because I drove the Shelby GT350.
Yeah.
But in October,
they're
maybe?
Completely different cars, though.
No, I know. But it was the best Mustang that they produced at the time. They hadn't announced the GT500.
I still think it is.
It could be. But I was like, in the review, I'm like, this is the top dog. This is the best Ford ever made. This is it. And then before the video came out, they announced and released the GT500. So then when the video came out, I just looked like a dummy.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it was announced a while ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it wasn't released.
Yeah, it was.
When was it released?
Hey,
the GT500?
What do you mean by released?
Like, I didn't see reviews of it.
Well, because the press drives were just like...
Well, there was an embargo on it. I know that.
Yeah, there was.
Which, I don't know. How do you find out about press embargoes? Is there an email chain I'm not on?
Yeah.
Like...
But to be fair, I'm not on either. I know people who are, though.
Like, Doug DeMiro's like, oh, yeah, press embargo. And I'm like, can I just post stuff?
You can't, like, if you want to get shut down, I thought you can keep doing that.
Speaking of which, have you ever done the media night at the car show? Or, like, have you ever signed up to do, like, a media showing?
Yeah, I've gone up, like media day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone the last couple years with Alex.
Like, do you just apply, or do you just go with Alex?
Alex applies through his own...
Because I've been meaning to apply. I'd like to go to, like, a media... I'd like to get a lot of...
It's really cool.
Good footage.
I'd say it's 100% worth it because the crowds are non-existent, and that's what you want, and more of the cars are open. I've always gone through Alex, though, because he applies through his own means.
I'll talk to him then.
And then he brings a couple of guests, usually, and I've been fortunate enough to go with him the last couple of years.
Oh, my God, there's so many questions now. All right, let's see here. Jeez. Thoughts on the new Mustang? We already said that. Thoughts on old Volvo?
Love, like, they're tanks.
Yeah, I love them.
Like, you can't go wrong with them.
Yeah,
sure, they're old and they're boxy and they're not the most attractive cars.
And they just feel good to drive.
Yeah.
They just feel good. I drove that 71 142S Volvo.
Tanks.
Dude, awesome.
Tanks.
And that thing was slammed on the ground, and it was beautiful to drive. What gen Mustang would you recommend? Previous Mustang owner.
S550, 100. Like you.
Yeah, get that independent rear suspension.
I know it's heavier than the S197, but you get the independent rear suspension, and then you also get the better Coyote engine, which is a variant from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the current Coyote or the 2015, 16, and 17 Coyote engine is a variant of the Boss 302 Roadrunner from the last generation Mustang.
I literally have no idea.
Okay, well.
It's not a spinny Dorito boy, so I'm confused.
Triangles.
Let's see. I have a 1988 FC with 8,000 Is that 8,000 miles or 88,000 miles? Should I turbo it or keep it NA? That's up to you. If it's 88,000, you're going to want to probably rebuild the motor before you do it. If it's 8,000, just turbo it. Just send it. Which is more big guy friendly, the FC or FD? FC, by far, big guy friendly.
And I had this conversation last time, too, about how FCs have just an abundance of more interior room.
It goes, big guy friendly is probably FC for sure, 100%. Then FB, it's not great, but obviously I managed the last 4 years. And FD is just, it's tight. It is really, really tight. So yeah, if you're a big guy, get an FC. Skyline or Supra? You recently drove a Supra.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
The red one, right?
Yeah, it was. It's actually still for sale at my dealership. It's a 1990.
Probably four, right?
Car, yeah, I think.
Automatic, but like built.
Automatic, yeah. I think it's the stock trans though. I know the stock trans can handle a lot, manual or auto, in the Mark IV. But the engine bay in that car is you could eat out of it.
Yeah, you showed me that
one
day.
It was completely redone, rebuilt by Sound
Shaved
Performance.
bay, chromed head, like all that stuff.
Yep, big turbo. I'm not sure the size of it, but I would guess at least like a 68.
How'd you like the cockpit of that?
Loved it.
Loved it?
Loved it.
Yeah.
It was that it reminds me how simple and just simple and simplistic how cars used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything that you need, nothing more.
I'll try to get you into an FD next year.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
They're weird. They're tight.
It's like going from a C6 to a C7 in interior space, because C7s are considerably more cramped than the C6s on the inside. Can confirm.
Yeah, it's a decent. It's
you notice it a lot more if you're like a taller, bigger guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah. For you, I'll go with that comparison.
Yeah, for me, doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't matter either way.
So I would say I've only driven an R32 Skyline, so like.
But the answer to the question. Supra, but it has to be heavily modified.
Yeah. Are you going to LS swap that clean blue FB you got? Absolutely not. Are you guys into motorcycles?
I used to be incredibly against them because I had no interest. I used to be just so judgmental, but I've had some interest in them lately. I wholeheartedly admit I know almost nothing about them.
Yeah.
But I think I would want to eventually ride. Yes.
I'm flat out no for the rest of my life. I have no interest in motorcycles.
That's fair.
Well, my mom used to be an ER nurse, and she's told me just stories. They would call the helmets the brain buckets because it just really kind of holds you together.
My God.
And she was the person that would have to cut them off. Yeah, not great. And also, like, it annoys me so much. I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but people are like, watch for bikers. And it's like, don't do 140 in the left lane. Like,
but that isn't most of them, though.
Yeah. To be fair, I always try to look out for bikers and respect them. Actually, today, I was filming a car. Today. You know, it's 31 degrees.
Yes.
And I was in a back parking lot where no one goes. And a motorcycle pulls up. And this guy was practicing wheelies.
Oh, my God.
In the snow.
Imagine if he hits a bank of ice or something.
Yeah,
dude.
He had a helmet. It's in the background, I think, of part of the review. Because I'm filming the exterior as a K900. I drove a K900 today. Might have been the nicest car I've ever driven.
Like, that's one of the most underrated cars.
The S550 Mercedes that I drove was slightly nicer.
Well, yeah,
but the only difference I really found in them was that the S550 had massaging seats. K900 doesn't.
Yep.
I'm not going to pay an extra $40,000 for massaging seats.
No.
I'll just go buy one of those things at Walgreens, plug it into the outlet, and massage it myself.
The number of K900s that Kia actually sold is alarmingly low.
Yes, they even told me at the dealer today. Low. They're like, we don't sell them. They said Florida, California, they sell them like hotcakes.
Really?
Hotcakes.
Okay.
Then they never sold them up here because they were only rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And so up here, rear-wheel drive is only fun for 6 to 8 months, and then you're kind of screwed.
In fair weather, yeah.
You can do it. People are like, I drove the RX-7 through a winter.
Okay.
You can do it, but it's not like ideal because you can get stuck in the snow.
Back when I worked at Kia, when I was a porter, I had to drive a customer's K900 from downtown Chicago back to the dealership in Naperville. And it's one of the most comfortable drives I've ever had.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, the car is like... And it moves.
Did it have the digital gauges?
I don't think those had... No, did not.
Dude.
I've seen the ones that do have them.
You can select a theme.
I know.
And it, like, switches. Dude, I fall in love with gauges.
Was it the new K900 or was it the previous K900?
2019.
That's the new
2019
one. Okay.
all-wheel drive, too.
Okay.
And they're like, all-wheel drive should pick up the sales, but they're like, we're really not seeing it, which is just interesting. Getting back to motorcycles, though.
Yes.
I would buy a 1975 Suzuki RE5. It's the only bike I would ever buy. I would never ride it. They made a one-rotor, rotary-engined bike. And I would have it, and I would wash it and wax it, and keep it in my garage, and ride it around, and start it, and rev it for videos, and then I'd probably sell it after a couple of years, because I'd want to just say I've had one, and then move on.
It would be red, and you would name it Ruby.
That would be good, actually. But, I did have someone offer me a bike to review.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, if I get my bike license, which will never, ever happen.
I think...
Actually, I might get my bike license, because I might be going to Italy in 2021, because Bella's studying abroad.
Ooh.
And she's like, "You gonna come visit?" And I'm
Moped,
like,
baby.
which also, there is a Miata-themed hotel in Italy where they give you the keys to a Miata with every stay or something like that.
Excuse me?
It was on the Top Gear or Grand Tour website. I'll send you the link after. But me on a little Vespa going through Venice. Come on. That's pretty good.
I have to see that.
Yeah, it'll be.
Can I come with
teal-
you? I'll be your photographer as you come along.
Oh my! I want like the paparazzi shots where I'm like looking over my shoulder.
Oh my
you know?
God.
Like,
And
I got the teal helmet matching the little Vespa.
And Bella trying to hide herself on your back. Yeah.
Well, no, she won't even ride on that thing. She'll walk.
Oh.
She'll Uber.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not a big fan. You guys in the we already did that one. Have you reviewed a 1LE? Yes.
You did, yeah.
Yes.
The SS1LE, right?
No, it was not an SS1LE. It had the V8. Is that an SS? I think we've had this conversation before. I think it was an SS1LE.
Who has that green Mustang now? No, you drove an
Wills.
SS1LE, the green one.
Yeah.
That was a 1LE.
I didn't think it was an SS1LE though. I think it was just a 1LE.
No, SS1LE. The 1LE is just a package, bro.
But I don't remember it being an SS.
It is an SS.
Okay. Well, if my boy Mike Wills is watching, he's the one with the green cars. And it's so funny because I was talking to him. I'm like, you went with this same electric green for the Camaro and the Mustang?
Yeah.
He's like, I hate it. He's like, it's just whatever deal comes up. They just happen to both be the best deals were the green.
Krypton green on the 6th Gen Camaro. I love it.
Questions for you lads. What is your opinion on Nissan Xterra, and what do you think of the Xterra coming back in a year or two?
I have no opinion. I don't care.
I've driven
I'm sorry.
2 of them. I've driven a manual one, an 01 manual Xterra. The thing, dude, it had the sway bars removed because the kid was like an off. Dude, literally the whole video. It's like if you dig through my channel, there's an old manual Nissan Xterra review, and my good friend Nick Sander just picked up, or no, he actually just got rid of his yellow one. He had a yellow automatic.
Xterra.
We called it the short bus. If there was one car you guys could bring back from the dead, what would it be? Going to eliminate Mazda from the list because of possible bias. That's fair.
Good job.
That's good on your part. Whoever asked that, Connor. If I could bring back one car. Oh, I got mine.
Shoot.
It's just the first one to come to mind. I don't know if it'd be the best. Toyota MR2. Just a cheap, 4-banger, mid-engine little car. They don't even have to bring back a turbo. They didn't. What? Just take the BRZ and put the engine in the middle. Boom.
That's a really tough. I don't even know. I've never been asked that before, so nothing even comes to mind.
That's actually a really good question, Connor. You got
it is a very
question
good
asking
question.
skills.
Very good question.
Oh, but going back to the previous one, while you think, how do you feel about the Xterra coming back in a year or two? That's bound to happen. Every single auto manufacturer is reviving their SUV names.
Ford's bringing back the Bronco.
Yeah, the Bronco's coming back. The Blazer just came back.
Yep.
Which I like as... I hope that Nissan doesn't do with the Xterra that Chevy did with the Blazer.
Give it this stupid body on a different chassis.
Well, I like the new Blazer. I actually love the new Blazer. It's a great SUV. It's
How are we at almost 40
fun.
minutes already?
Nah, don't worry about it. It's sporty and fun. It doesn't embody anything that the old Blazers used to be. It's not fast enough to be a Trailblazer SS.
Yep.
It's not rugged enough to be a K10 or K5 Blazer. They just revived the name for the namesake, and I hope they don't do that with the Xterra. I hope that they make it a rugged off-road, kick you in the shorts kind of car.
They won't.
They probably won't.
Everyone's playing.
That was
everyone's
the
playing it
original
safe now because they have
Xteras
to sell volume. That's why they're building it.
The electric SUV Mustang.
Fun fact: I was actually sent an invitation today to go see it unveiling.
Really?
From Ford.
Really?
I have the email. I'm not going to go.
Do you have a +1?
No.
Could I be you?
You don't want to be me.
Where's it at?
L.A. It's being unveiled. That's what I'm saying. Like 3.
Maybe his house is made of gold bars.
Like 3 days notice. I'm like.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah,
Thanks though. Yeah. How smelly are your farts, dude?
Catastrophically bad.
Are you talking about me or you?
Me.
Yeah, no, mine are very hit or miss. Yesterday, my dad home cooked this beautiful chicken. and I had the most troubling warm farts after it.
Oh my God.
It was very touch and go for quite some time. I had a very, very sketchy stomach. Yeah. It was like when me and Alex drove back from Indiana and his tires were splitting at the seams.
Oh God.
That was my bowels. What do you think of the new Mazda MX-30, the electric one? I think it's a CX-30.
Don't even know what that is. I have no idea.
So, you know Mazda's SUVs a little bit, CX-3, CX-5, CX-9?
Yes.
So, they wanted to make an in-between CX-3 and CX-5. What would you name that?
CX-7. Wait, hold on.
In between 3 and 5.
CX-4. Sorry, I
Right.
wasn't paying attention.
That's already
I'm
a
sorry.
car in China.
CX-4?
Yeah, they make CX-4s in China. They don't import them here.
Is it a CX-5 ripoff?
No. It's not an in-brand ripoff. So they couldn't name it that, so they named it the CX-30. Yeah, pretty dumb. I think it'll be interesting. I'm glad that Mazda's finally getting on board with EVs. They were doubling down on the piston engine for a long time.
Yeah, they were. Of all brands to do that.
Yeah. I have a 1969 Firebird.
Firebird.
Firebird. Should I LS swap it or drop a Coyote in there? LS. Keep it brand loyal. That's my thing. Keep it brand loyal.
I'm prepared to be shot in the back for this, but I would. That would be pretty cool to see a Coyote swapped old Firebird. That would be pretty freaking cool. If it'll fit, because the Coyote's a tall
big
engine.
boy.
It's a tall engine because of the heads, but
yeah.
You can do it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There is a RE5 for sale near me. Doesn't run. The owner wants $5,000. You could ask to buy his crack pipe off him because he obviously smokes. Hey and hi from Saskatchewan, Canada.
Hey!
Hey, get some Timbits for me. One person just said hello. Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
I don't know why I said thank you to hello. That's not how I
Thank
speak. Thanks for all the videos you make. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Someone removed their message. Oof. What's your opinion on Rob Daum's RX-7 4-rotor?
It took way too long to build.
Yes, I agree. My friends, dude, I had the biggest FOMO last weekend. They all went out to 7-stock, fear of missing out.
Oh, right.
Dude, all of my best friends got a picture with Rob Daum. I was so sad. They all met him. They're like super down-to-earth guy, like awesome. And I'm like, dude, I was sitting. I remember they sent the picture in our group chat, our Rotary group chat. I was laying in bed in a hotel about to go to a barn dance where, have you ever been to a sorority barn dance?
No.
You stand in a freezing cold barn.
I'm good.
Yeah, for
I'll
about
pass.
2 hours.
I'll pass.
Around a bunch of drunk people.
I'll pass.
And our current situation did not allow us to drink, so we were freezing in a barn. And I'm staring at my phone. My best friends all took a picture with one of my idols in front of the 4-rotor.
Did it hit you like right
and,
there?
Dude, I legit got sad. I was like, man. I was like, dude. I've been honestly like a little upset about it all.
Was that
week,
at SEMA?
Not gonna lie.
Or...
No, it's at 7-stock. So it's the weekend after SEMA. Like SEMA's all week, and then 7-stock in California. Okay. It's the biggest Rotary gathering in North America.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I think it's a really cool build. I haven't seen it in person.
The idea of the project, it's running.
No, I have not seen it in person. Never mind.
I think it is a fantastic engineering exercise. It's going to be an absolute monster whenever he ends up finishing it. But he announced, 3 years ago now?
He announced it when I had a blown 12A.
So 3 years ago.
4.
4? No. 3 years ago. 2016, I think it was, in SEMA.
Yeah, no, 3.
So
because I've only had my car for 4.
And then he said he would have it running and finished by that next October. And,
yeah.
So
hopefully he'll come on the podcast one day.
He will.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm calling it next year.
Okay.
Now, if you're watching,
yeah, he's not, but thanks. Oh, thank you to whoever donated $3. I appreciate it. Enigma Box.
Thank you. Well, to him, I don't get any of it.
Thank you. No, he's not getting a dime. They helped me a lot with my 85 RX-7. Good. I want to make more tutorials and how-to stuff with the first gen, and I want to start organizing that. That's my goal for next year. Is I want to have either a site or a page or something where you could just go to it and then like find how to do a bunch of stuff with first gens, and organize it, stuff like that. Rate my high school's shop cars: 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. Not bad. Did they make those supercharged?
I have no idea.
Okay. 2005 Saturn Ion.
Hey, Saturn!
Saturn Ion.
A+.
What do you? Wait, it's an Ion, right?
No, it's an SL.
Same thing that he won't let me review.
Bro, it's not safe. It's not safe.
Did you see my RX-7? I drove that thing to Chicago.
Remember how you and I were talking about the liability thing? Before
I'm a
we
new
went
man.
on live?
And then a 1999 Chrysler Sebring convertible.
Ugh. Chrysler.
Yeah. Well, those cars will definitely keep you busy. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Keep it out of retirement, too.
Yeah. I can honestly say you're one of the 3 car channels I sub to, other than the other 2 being Gingium and Tommy F. Yeah. I really enjoy your content. Thank you, Adam. I really do appreciate that.
That's a very high compliment.
That is a very high compliment. Thank you. Again, thank you, Enigma Box, for the $3. What do you think of Mazda saying there might be a rotary engine as a range extender as an electric vehicle? So,
I think it'll be one of the biggest teases.
I don't think it'll ever happen. Genuinely.
If you're trying to go for efficiency and have like one of the most inefficient engines as a power generator,
it's smooth though. It's really smooth. There's
also
really
very smooth running engines as well.
I know, but I really want and I mean this with 100% love. It might sound a little mean. I mean it with 100% love. I cannot wait for Mazda to make an EV with a rotary range extender, and then the Puerto Ricans will Bridgeport it, and so you're cruising around in your electric car and be like, oh, I'm low battery. Oh, whop, 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 whop. Oh, I'm back up to full charge. All right, and just keep going. I cannot wait to see an EV in traffic. And you're like, and then it just goes, whop, 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 and then just goes back. Because it will just shut back off.
There's a whole bunch of noise and then nothing.
Oh, man, I can't wait for that. So I hope that they do it. It'd be interesting. And Mazda's talking about reproducing rotary parts because Nissan did it with the RB.
They did.
Mazda did it with the Miata, too.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, it's always good to have.
Well, Mazda is
rotary
doing a program right now where they fully restored your
Miata.
Your Miata,
you send it to
your
them
Miata, like just
but and they're teasing that they're going to do it with the FD and FC, and then they're like maybe FBs, and I'm like, please. Keep up the good content. Love real down to earth YouTubers. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm from Naperville, by the way. Might have seen my slammed big turbo Forester about a year ago. What color was it?
Slammed big turbo Forester. I think it was blue.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a blue one too.
I know there was
Watch
a
it be like red.
Yeah, right.
I'm thinking if it's a blue one, I think I know. Sir, what is it? The Ghost? Shoot me an email, pradlereviews@gmail.com. Or check out the description of any of my reviews. Shoot me an email if you're interested in having me review that. Shameless plug. I love first-gen Foresters. They are the one that got away. 100%. 100%. I know. They're the one that got away. I reviewed one this March. Manual. It's my friend Tom's. Oh, I love that thing. It's NA, though. It's kind of slow. Also, hi from Iceland. By the way, being a car guy in Iceland sucks. Let us know. We get a message from a guy, being a car guy in Iceland sucks. His username is the Icelandic car guy.
This guy's my hero.
Yeah. Tell us why it sucks. What is your opinion on the new NSX? I haven't driven one.
I hate it. It's not an NSX. I'm sorry. I could go on and on about the car, but I'm going to restrain myself. It's not an NSX.
I haven't driven one yet.
If they call it something else, it's a great car, but it's not an NSX. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Are you planning on doing any forms of racing? Probably not. I'd like to do, I want to do, timed stuff. I want to do, track days, and, I'm definitely doing track days next year. But I don't ever see myself doing wheel-to-wheel or drag racing or...
Drag racing.
It's just, this step from, timed laps and like track days to wheel is massive.
Can confirm.
It's a massive
Can confirm
jump.
it's a whole different environment.
So, and you need a cage, and you need a license, and, you know, I just, that, it also doesn't spark my interest, just because in order to be competitive in wheel-to-wheel racing, you have to be at all the events.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to run my car for a weekend, go to a show for a weekend, travel for work, go film other, like, I don't have the dedication.
Okay.
That's why I quit football freshman year. So I'm like, this is getting out of hand. I'm just going to... You guys are too dedicated to it. I'm going to go do something else. Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a lot more kart racing next year.
Okay.
I raced in a fall league this year. It was a 4-week program, but that turned into a 5-week program. That was my first real, like, wheel-to-wheel competition, and it was with like, real kart racers. This was held at Autobahn Country Club's like newly restored and reopened.
I did drive their track, and I have video. I don't know if Steen's still in the chat. I doubt it. I have a video of Steen getting T-boned on that track. So it's front straightaway, right? Right hand turn, left hand turn up the hill. You know, and then there's the horseshoe on the hill.
Yep.
He oversteered and, like, got stuck at the apex. And I think it was our friend Adrian. Might have been Merv. One of the two. T-boned him, slammed him. And I have it on video. If you look at my Grid Life Round 4 video, it cuts to Steen. And I have a GoPro on his chest. And you just hear, he spins out and he's sitting there and he just goes, like gets hit. It's so funny. But his neck was hurting after that. Who's your favorite brother? Nick, who asked that question, my brother. You're my favorite brother, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
I also have no idea what to get you for Christmas.
Shooting cars merch.
I'm just going to get all my relatives shooting cars merch. Oh, wow, we're really behind. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you. Thanks. Is there a hood release on the inside of the 79 RX-7? There should be.
Is there a what?
A hood release? There should be. It should be down in the footwell.
I have no idea.
I would assume.
Man, I have no idea.
I mean, look right there. That's where the hood latches.
Yeah.
You see that little bar?
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to see it on the actual podcast, but the stream probably not. Dang, you're still streaming. Crazy. Thanks, Pasha.
I know.
I'll see you on Saturday if you don't have a fever. Have you ever idolized any racing drivers?
Yes. Heavily.
No. Yes.
Heavily. Yes.
Okay. Who?
Ayrton Senna. He is one of the drivers that I know he's long gone, but I feel connected. I have felt on multiple occasions very, very well connected to him.
You know, I have to say,
in my driving style and in what I feel. It's so hard to explain, but it's true.
I think Grand Tour did a little thing about him.
Top Gear did. Grand Tour did one on Jim Clark.
I thought they... Oh, no, but they mentioned Senna in that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought that was really... I don't know. I never really followed racing or anything like that.
But
I just had a really depressing realization. I don't really have any, like, automotive idols.
why is that depressing?
I don't look up to anyone, man. I actually don't actually have a lot of idols, like, in my real life.
Ayrton Senna. So he would be my first. And then also... I don't want to say Michael Schumacher because that would be dishonest. I like the guy.
Don't say it.
Yeah, I won't. Fine. Fine. Maybe I won't. But, yeah, Ayrton Senna, number one.
Okay.
My opinion.
Yeah, I've never really done it. Thoughts on Rotary swapped AMC Pacer? Please do it and let me film it.
That'd
be wild. There was a guy down in Missouri on Facebook that was going to 12A swap a Chevy Chevette.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
I friended
that would
him.
be cool.
I messaged him. I never heard back, and I don't know if he ever did it or not. But yeah. Gold/tan. I don't know what that is referring to.
The color of my skin.
Oh, it's gold or tan. The Forester Turbo. Find my contact information either on one of my other reviews or message me on Instagram at FBZackZack. And send me pictures. I do want to know who that is, because I'm sure I've seen it around. The cars I have, Suzuki X4 Racer. Suzuki SX4. Did we get those? I think we got those. I think that was like the last Suzuki's imported here.
You're asking the wrong person.
My first car had that thing 2 years now, and a rusty POS Volvo 240 drift project. Those sound like solid cars. I'd love to film a Suzuki. I've never filmed one. Real question here. Do you know North Dakota exists? Yes, I do. I've been to South Dakota, never been to North. Yeah.
I can't say I've thought about the state until you mentioned it for
My brother goes there a lot. My brother used to travel for work, and he'd go to North Dakota a fair amount.
Of course he does.
Yeah, well, he goes everywhere. Pretty jealous of that. And sadly, the gold Forester guy again. Sadly had to sell it. Sold it to a guy in Florida for $1,000 because I punched a piston through the fender, snapped my axle on Weber and Boughton 9 months ago. Not a great place to snap your axle. I missed that car so much. Send me pictures of it. I'm curious to know if I know who this person is. So being a car guy in Iceland, the weather is awful 70% of the time. The roads are really, really, really bad. The cops are unfair and pull you over sometimes for no reason. That sounds exactly like Chicago, does it not? Horrible roads.
Yep.
Unfair police attention.
At times.
Weather sucks most of the time.
Yeah!
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, so I'm sure it's harder to get cars and car parts in Iceland.
Oh, yeah. The importing costs got to be pretty...
But, riddle me this, Icelandic car guy. Can you get R34s? Do they have an import law? I don't know.
Do they?
I would love to go to Iceland. It is awesome. Rotary swapped Corvette.
You see, when Rob Dom put the 2-rotor in his C5Z06 chassis, I wasn't mad.
Whatever happened to that? Does he still have it?
He used that to generate revenue to continue funding his 4-rotor.
Did he sell it, though?
No, he still has it. He still has it.
Rob Dom, if you're listening, I would love to review that. That would be...
Last time it was Doug DeMuro, now it's Rob Dom.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to get shout-outs here. Yep. Doug DeMuro. Doug DeMuro replied to one of my tweets, though. I felt very cool about that.
Moving up.
Yeah, moving up in the world. Hi, I am from Croatia, Europe.
Croatia?
What time is it in Croatia?
About
and
that time.
Are you... Because I'll get messages every once in a while, and it'll be like 4 p.m. here, and like the person will be like, oh, I gotta go, it's 2 a.m. And I'm like, what? Where are you messaging me from? I had this one guy, he wanted to buy the radio out of my RX-7, and he was in Hungary. He's like, I'll pay shipping costs. And I was like, dude, I don't think it's going to be worth it.
I mean, if he wants it.
Maybe. You should collaborate with Gears and Gasoline.
I know them, kind of.
I reached out to them. They said that they would come on the podcast next time.
No way.
Yep, next time they went to Autobahn. They're like, because I messaged them. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be out at Grid Life Round 4. Got this podcast. You guys should come on. They're like, we're not going to that event, unfortunately, but next time we're down. And I was like, They replied like super quick,
dude. So
and I was like, "Oh, awesome!" I saw him at Grid Life the year before too, and I didn't say anything.
I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him while they were there.
Very pissed off at myself. Although I went to go film that 4-rotor FD, so it's like
I found out about them when Tall Ben, Asian Ben, hi Ben, BB, he followed me first when I was still working at AMS.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then I checked him out, and I saw he was one of the creators for Gears and Gasoline. I'm like, Gears and Gasoline? No way! Follow back, and then he and I have been talking. I haven't talked to him in a while. Hi, Ben. I miss you. But they're great people.
I don't think he's watching.
Man.
In
case he is, or if he finds out
we got 14 people watching, though.
He could be one of them.
Maybe. If you're out there, hey. Oh, wow, we're behind again. Stay away from southern Minnesota. Haha. Got pulled over for the tint. I always read it like that. It scored 45%, got a ticket when 50% is legal.
On top of the crap weather, sure.
I got put into a Facebook group called Midway Carbon.
Carbon?
If you're on Facebook, find me at Midway Carbon.
Okay.
And it's like a Minnesota-based car group. And so like I got a lot of cars to review up there. Stage 2 R35. Which would be cool.
I've I still got you beat on that though.
Okay. What?
So, back when my car was still down from getting backed into in July, I got to drive my buddy's Alpha 7 powered R35 GTR.
Benji, right?
No,
No?
it was not Benji's car. I got to drive an Alpha 7 for a track day at Autobahn South.
You know what I say to that?
What?
Nice.
I thought you were going to give me the bird for a second.
No, this is a family-friendly podcast. Although recently YouTube's been cracking down. They're like, is this video for kids? Is this video for kids?
YouTube's
You
out.
have to tell us.
I don't have to tell you
I'm
anything.
like, no. This is not made for kids. Okay, I thought one of the... It says stay away from the southern Minnesota. I thought it said stay away from sodium. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's probably healthier.
Yeah.
I don't know
Don't
anything
eat
about
ramen.
nutrition, but that's not weird. Icelandic car guy again. There aren't any special cars in Iceland other than Subarus and Evos. Mostly off-road cars, which is boring. I want I want more JDM cars. There's an import company in Iceland for JDM cars. Probably super pricey though, I would assume.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not sure what their taxes are.
Why don't you and Caleb make videos anymore? We have a video planned for Saturday. So yeah, as long as Pasha doesn't have a fever. I don't know why I'm yelling at his immune system. I have a question. 87 Turbo Rotary owner, willing to answer? Yeah, sure. Shoot your question, man. You don't have to ask it. I mean, this is all about questions. What mods do you recommend for a QX60? That's like the shorter SUV from Infiniti, right?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
No,
No, that's the bigger one.
Is it?
Because the QX30 is the smaller one, I think.
Do a tune.
I have no idea.
My friend. Well, I reviewed a Q50 on a stage 2 tune,
Okay.
like exhaust, intake, like everything bolt on. Maybe that's stage 1.
Okay.
Whatever it was. That thing was a rocket ship. Rocket ship. It's a twin turbo 3
3-liter.
Yeah, 3 liter.
VR30.
I
yeah.
just reviewed a 2019 Q50. That'll be up probably second week of
Was it a
December
red
or something.
sport or no?
No.
Okay.
It was just a black Lux edition.
Okay.
It was mid grade. I'm just messaged you on Instagram. Okay, the guy with the Subaru.
Okay.
I will check that out in a second. I want to buy a Mazda RX-8, but I'm really scared of rebuild costs and a lot of money. What is your opinion? By the way, it's my dream car. It's 4 p.m. here in Croatia. Sorry, bad English. It's 4 p.m.? Bro, you in the future, bro? Is it?
You think he means AM? There's no way it's PM.
Well, either way, he's in the future. It's November 15th wherever he is. It's November 14th here, bro. What's it like?
Okay. All right.
I would say I want to buy an RX. Do your research and find a good one. Low mileage. Ask the owner about premix. Ask him about compression. Try to do a compression test if you can. If the motor's been rebuilt, ask who buy. If you have receipts, if you have a warranty, just ask about the motor. Yeah. Rototurd, how is the new car coming along? It's not. It's been freezing cold. I haven't touched it in probably about 2 weeks.
It's sitting outside
a week.
under the snow.
Yeah, I haven't had time to I haven't had space to put it in the garage yet. So, but it's just snow. It's not going to hurt it. It's not salt. Yeah.
Still.
I mean, it's sad to see, but it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Fine.
Number 3 from the Icelandic car guy. I am planning on saving money for a JDM import. If you want to order car parts from overseas, you have to pay the post office company like $80, and I don't know why. That sounds like a mafia thing or something. That doesn't sound right. You just have to pay them $80 for no reason.
Could be their tax. I don't know.
I mean, if it's like a tax or something, that makes sense. But if it's just no reason, that ain't good.
Might be a flat rate for import or something.
Oh, it might be. I know that there is a Hellcat swapped Miata. What about a Hellcat swapped RX-7? The Hellcat swapped Miata already exists. What what is going to be that different about doing it to an RX-7 besides the
going to be a
heresy
nose-heavy,
of,
horribly handled, like, it's going to be a nose-heavy car that can't handle for crap.
Yeah. I would love to drive the Hellcat and beat Miata, though. That would be a great review.
I don't know, man.
That would be a great review. Number 4 from the Icelandic car guy. Overall, it's possible to be a car guy in Iceland, but it's really stressful. I'm planning to make a business in the car industry in my parents' old barn, and I'm really stoked about that. I'm curious what kind of car business you'd want to do. Honestly, apparel, I feel like, would be the best start. It's a pretty easy way to generate money.
Yeah.
Just sell T-shirts, sell stickers, sell keychains.
Everyone is always in the market for merch.
Yeah. And then from there, maybe do, like, I don't know, custom parts or something. Okay, so Xavier Scott says, I have a kill switch on the car to stop it from flooding. However, I left it on overnight and did the ATF trick. She cranks, but when I step on the gas, she chokes and cuts. What year? Is this a carbed car, or is it like an F... Let me know what kind of car it is. Why are you so GD cute? Oh, I don't know who that's at, but...
GDQ, am I?
Yeah. Well, that's a swear word. I don't swear.
Oh! Okay.
I did say hell earlier.
Okay, he's talking to you, he's talking to me.
I don't know. Let us know who's cute. 87 RX-7 FC. Let me read that again. It keeps flooding. I left the switch on when I do the ATF trick. Is it cold by you? It could just be cold. Definitely just use the switch to stop it from flooding. Also, it's a S4, so there's a mixture, or like an idle screw on top of the intake. Mess with that, because those are very, very finicky. It's on top of the intake. It looks like just a straight line on a screw, and you can adjust it with a flathead screwdriver. Completely off-topic, random questions. Are you guys into watches?
No.
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 That's the sad answer. My brother is, and that, I think, is honestly the best way to go about a watch collection. It's like owning a boat. You want to know someone that has a boat, so you can just walk on with a six-pack, but you don't want to maintain the boat. I've never paid a dime for a single watch. But, like, if I'm trying to floss, I'm trying to flex, I'm going somewhere nice, I go, hey, Nick, can I borrow a watch? And most of the time he says yes.
Okay.
Like, to Kyle's wedding. Kyle's wedding.
Watch?
That was my brother's watch. I don't own a single watch.
I own one watch, but that's purely because I think it looks cool and it was cheap.
Yeah. If you ever see me in a video flossing with a watch, which I think my E46 M3 review, I think I had a nice watch on in that video just because I wanted to feel cool. They're all my brothers. Little peeling back the curtain there. I don't own a single watch. They're all my brothers. Hey, can I send you guys music to react to? Sure. Maybe for a different video. We'll have to, we'd have to probably screen that and copyright
we
it.
shoot that right after this.
Yeah, but copyrights would probably...
As YouTube does.
With a Turbo 2 intercooler. Okay, so it's a Turbo 2... I'd honestly compression test it if you're... Do new spark plugs. That might help too. Number 5 from the Icelandic car guy. This guy's writing us a novel.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I actually want to be a local car mechanic, flipping cars and stuff for good money. Also, maybe YouTube and build my cars every day. Do YouTube. It's super easy to get into. And if you have a real knack for it, if you get hooked, if you actually... enjoy it and you make good content, you'll slowly start to make money off of it.
Good luck, man. That sounds awesome.
That's the life, man. Yeah, it is cold outside. New York City weather. Yeah, you're gonna struggle with flooding. Honestly, the cutoff switch is the best thing that I can think of, or pulling the fuel relay, and then crank, and then put it back in once the car turns over. But the ATF trick is a good trick as well, so you obviously know kind of what you're doing. Have you reviewed an E30? Boy, have I. I've reviewed 3. 2? No, 3 or 4.
I was going to say...
I did a 4-door 318. I did a... what was it? The 320-something E, which was a straight 6. E30,
Okay.
which I'll mention in a second. And then I did the Turdy 30, which was the slammed brown one.
Turdy
The
30.
Turd E30. But the E. So I've never been able to find another car like this. I think I brought this up to you. The economy version was a 2.7 liter straight six. The economy version. And they only let you rev it to like $3 or $4 grand. So it was like tons of torque, but like low end power, and you couldn't rev any further. But then the E30 M3 is like a 2.5 or something, 4-cylinder naturally aspirated.
Yes.
Do you know of any other car that the performance version has a smaller displacement engine without the help of turbochargers or superchargers?
Nothing that comes to mind.
I've never been able to think of one at all. So yeah, that's that. Any mods updates while switching to the new car? Nothing yet. Yeah, nothing particular yet.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. Thanks for the support. Yes, of course. You wouldn't get copyrighted, I believe. I am a rapper. Okay, yeah, send it along then. Rotor DGRR 2020. Oh, man. Deals Gap Rotary Rally 2020.
Oh, you got to get Violet ready for that.
I really want to go. The issue is getting the car running, and I want to have the axle swapped.
When is it?
It's April.
April. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
up.
it's end of April. That's the other issue, is it's during finals week, and I am in school, and
Is
so
it during the week or is it on a
it's
weekend?
on the weekend.
Okay.
But I mean, we'd have to be traveling back from Tennessee.
It's not a short drive.
Right before.
It's not a short drive.
And if anything happens to the car,
you were screwed.
I'm screwed for my finals.
Yeah.
So I think I'm probably gonna have to sit it out this year. Maybe I can go with a friend. I'd like to go with Colton, I think goes, and my friend Ryan Burr goes with the 3-rotor Cosmo.
Okay.
There's a whole St. Louis crew that goes. I'd like to meet them down there, or maybe fly down there or something, just for the weekend. I don't think bringing my RX-7 would be good. However, I'm graduating the next weekend. Okay. So, 7-stock 2020, I think, is looking pretty good, because I will be unemployed and uneducated.
You're not unemployed. You're on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'll be educated. I'll have a college degree. I'll have my bachelor's degree. So that was both lies. Will you be at 7-stock next year? I just answered that. Hoping so. Nothing's set in stone. Look at this community you got here. It warms the heart a little. It does.
Oh.
I like reading these comments.
It's been
really fun.
It's
been really good.
A good chat.
And no one has called me fat yet, so we're really cooking with fire right now.
Watch it. That'll change right now.
Yeah. Do you still have the upper dashboard from Rose? I do not. I just sold it to my friend in Wisconsin. I'm sorry. Do either of you guys know anything about the Volkswagen Jetta GLI? I currently have a 2012 GLI that is running real rough and missing, and it's pulling up ECU code. I don't know anything about the 2012 GLI. I do have a review of one, and I think the clutches in them are very numb. However, it's a Volkswagen, and the check engine light stays on forever. That's all I know about Volkswagens.
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, man. Definitely, if you don't have one already, go to AutoZone and get one of those little code readers. I think they're $9 or $10.
Don't they do it themselves for free?
Yeah, but it's nice to have one.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have one in my G6, and every time it throws an engine code, I just plug it right in, and I'm like, oh, it's just the O2 sensor again. And just just unplug it and toss it in the back seat. And then the O2 sensor went bad. Check engine light came up. And that was the day before I took it out on Autobahn.
Really?
I clear the code, take it out on Autobahn, rip it. There's a video on my second channel.
Just to keep up, mind you.
Shooting laps. There's a video of my 2007 Pontiac G6 out on Autobahn, just struggling to keep up with everyone. And
for
check engine
laps.
light never came back on again.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think I fixed it. Trial by fire. You might be right on the idle, but I did switch the plugs and wires and new fuel pump on the starter because I burnt the solenoid. Occasionally I warm her up and there's no issue. Yeah, driving my RX-7 through one winter was absolutely hell. I don't recommend it to anyone. They flood. They flood and flood and flood and flood. And especially if it's not your main vehicle, If you're starting it up like every other day, you're gonna flood it a lot, just because it's so cold. And I was even driving it every day, and I would flood it half the times I started to go to school. Yeah, but I also had the Nicky carburetor, which is the factory carburetor, which, in my own personal opinion, is dog trash. I'm just not a big fan of carburetors as it is. So, when do you want to leave? We've been here for a hot minute.
We have. It's been all Q&A super chat.
Yeah. Let me know when you want to end this.
It's your show, man. It's your show.
I
didn't know that we were doing a Q&A, so this is...
Yeah, I thought of it very last minute. Very last minute, and I'm kind of glad that we did this. I kind of like this. This is fun. You don't like it.
What do you mean?
You don't like it. You didn't say anything that you did like it.
It's your show!
Which means that you dislike it.
I don't dislike it.
Why are you mad at me?
I'm always mad at you.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Did Epstein kill himself?
No comment. I don't mention politics or any of that sort.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no comment. That's
No
a smarter
comment.
way to do it. But also,
No
those
comment.
memes have gotten way out of hand. It was funny 5 to 6 times.
When your Facebook feed is like every other post is a meme of Jeffrey Epstein.
Bit
It's
too
just
much.
like-
Bit too much. And that was from my good friend Garrett Martin with the Z31. Hi.
Oh, of course.
Hi.
I hear it.
LOL, yeah, must have been an OBD just in case. Yeah, you should get one. Colton and I should be down there at DGRR. Hope to see you. Oh, that's literally the St. Louis guys I was talking about.
Oh,
Which,
okay.
Jacob, I believe, just picked up an FD. I don't know much about it.
Is he the same guy who has the yellow FD?
No, that's Colton who he's talking about.
Oh!
Yeah, Colton
Okay.
has the yellow one.
Okay.
Yeah. Adam, a flashing check engine light is very bad. Did you happen to put a new exhaust on it? Previous owner did. Oh, yeah, okay, so that could be it, too. Because putting an aftermarket exhaust on a car usually messes with the computer, at least modern ones.
Yeah.
Add me on Instagrams. I post pictures of my car. I'm going to take it out of my friend's shop. He has a fleet of RX-7s. That's the kind of people that I like.
RX-7 hoarders.
Yeah. I mean, they're will make the world go round, my friend.
Kind of like that guy who has that barn full of Corvettes. That's my kind of guy.
Yeah.
My kind
So, you know what we'll do? We'll give it 10 more minutes. How about that?
Okay.
We'll set a little timer, and we'll do 10 minutos.
Minutos.
Not that it's at all related. I got Disney Plus today.
What's that?
You don't know what Disney Plus is?
I don't watch Disney.
They just 2 days ago, Disney has their own like Netflix now. They have like every single Disney movie, every Star Wars, Marvel. I watched Endgame today. Yeah, man.
See,
You gotta
like,
get with the times.
dude, I don't
Tell you
watch
what.
any. Yeah, I don't watch Disney. I don't watch any superhero movies or anything. I'm pretty lame.
Oh wow, that's new.
I'm pretty lame.
Updated. Yeah, I'm gonna put this right in front of the computer.
Right in front of me. I see how it is.
Yeah.
I can't see me.
They can still see it on the video.
I can't
idiot.
see me.
I'm going to try to make it to DGRR 2020 in my turd. Hopefully you fly down. Yes, I'd love to go. If not this year, definitely next year. I've made it my life goal to go to every major Rotary event. Like I want to go to Rotary Rewind out in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
They do a huge 7 days event in New York City, where a bunch of FDs and FCs
In New York City?
Yeah, storm like Times Square.
Imagine how that smells.
Oh yeah, well it's New York. It's masked by human feces and garbage, so you're good. Yeah, they'd be like, "Wow, this is a nice change for once."
Because they get high
I don't
off
have to
gas fumes.
smell the rotting garbage on the sidewalk. I could smell this rotting fossil fuel. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. It's tuned. Oh, they're just talking back and forth. Well, guys, you should do this more of these. Had fun. My computer is dying a slow, painful death, and I am away from my charger. Take care.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you, Connor. I do appreciate it. My future car builds: a Stance Bozoku style Subaru 4x4 1800. I don't know what that is.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think.
I do like Bozoku or whatever. Those style cars. I think those are cool. I think they're ridiculously
Certainly
dumb
unique
to
for
drive.
Iceland. That's for sure.
What?
That'd be if I ever come to Iceland and you actually have that done. I would love to shoot it for you.
We should do a trip to Iceland.
I'm so down.
They were advertising $100 flights,
Yeah,
but I think that
Yeah.
might be from New York, so we got to fly to New York
that's
first.
fine.
Well, that's like $200.
Or
Like,
we can drive there.
ugh.
It's not that bad of a drive.
Eh.
I just drove to Georgia and back a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's true.
I was actually just at Deal's Gap.
Oh, yeah. In the Corvette.
Yeah.
C5. What else did he say? A Japanese off-roader daily. Okay, I've been, they have those Dacia,
Duster.
Yeah. Those are cool. EF Honda Civic. Cool. Maybe learn more about the Rotary and buy an RX-8 and put it into a drift car. Yeah. I mean, if you could find any cheap RX-8 you're going to find is going to have seal issues, so.
And that cracking dashboard that you have ranted on about, right?
Yes. The airbag cover cracks.
The airbag cover, that's what it was.
And Mazda wants, I believe, $700 for a factory replacement.
$700?
Yeah, it's so funny. There's a page on Facebook called Purely RX-8.
Is that like dude, one of the most common threads?
It is water trash of the Rotary community. It's the best thing and worst thing. Dude, it's horrible. It's the most cringe-worthy thing because people sticker bomb their airbag cover.
Just to cover it up.
How's the airbag going to get through if you ever do crash? Because it's supposed to break that plastic. And then, what was it? Someone bedazzled it. I was like, congrats, you just made a claymore in your dashboard.
You just turned it lethal.
Yeah. Ugh. But yeah. Have one of you got... have a great one, you guys. It's been fun. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm waving to the top camera, because this is coming out later.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. What would be your favorite body/engine swap?
Okay. I have one of my dream builds is to take the chassis of a Subaru BRZ or Scion FRS or Toyota 86, whatever, and swap in the flat six from the 991 911 GT3 Gen 2 car.
I don't think you could get more specific than that.
It's a dream build, man. You gotta obsess over it.
Rotary swap a Volkswagen Bug.
Ooh.
60s. They sell swap kits.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm. $600 to bolt a 12A into a factory.
Sounds like your next project.
Yes. I genuinely want it to be. I got my hands full with this one, but once I'm like moved out...
Aren't bug shells pretty cheap, though?
Depends on how much rust repair you want.
Yeah. Or how much the shell even has.
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, Bella has always wanted like an old Bug. And when I went out to Atkins, they're like, we used to swap them all the time, like in the 80s and 90s. Like, just bring it in. Like, it was like a weekend project. And it was a 12A carb, so you didn't have to run, like, an ECU and fuel lines and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You just have to mount the radiator in the front. Because there's no factory spot for a radiator.
Yeah. Doesn't that mean bringing, like, the hot water lines through the cabin, though?
You could do it under.
Okay.
Nah, you'd be fine. It's just, it would be, like, a 30-gallon system.
Yeah.
And it would take forever to warm up.
That would balance out the weight all being in the rear. And bring
that's true.
Front.
That's actually true. But yeah, mine would be a Beetle rotary swap, which I hope to do one
really
day.
cool.
And I did meet a guy out at 7 Stock that has a...
In Bridgeport it too.
I can't remember if it's turbo or not.
Ooh.
Because I think his name on YouTube is Turbo Wario.
Wario?
Yeah.
I love that
Super
name.
nice guy. Let's see if we can get through a couple more of these. Yes, come to Iceland. I'll get you boys Coronas. Looks like we're going to Iceland.
All right, we're going to Iceland.
Volvo Amazon Wagon Duramax swap.
Sounds like a incredibly nose-heavy car.
Yeah. P-Port Rotary NA Miata is on my list. Yes. I want
P-Port?
to do
PP?
peripheral port. It's where essentially you just cut a hole about yay big in the side of the housing and just shove air and fuel into it. It's more aggressive than a Bridgeport.
Oh.
It's like you cut out the side of the housing.
Okay.
It's like if a Bridgeport's a garden hose, a P-Port's a fire hose.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would love to do an S5 13B, all stock port, stock build, into an NA Miata, make it stock looking, and just keep it 100% clean, stock, nothing done to it. Because I just want it, like, if you could have factory optioned an S5 13B into it.
That would be rad.
Because, like, I want it to look like factory showroom fresh.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what if they did put a rotary into it? And an S5 is the early 90s rotary, so it'd be factory correct and wouldn't be overkill with the twin turbo FD motor, that would be a dream build. I totally forgot about my dream. All right, let's see here.
South Australia, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dude, Australia, New Zealand is like a
Are we going to Australia next? Because they definitely have R34s down there.
Oh, dude. I need to get me over there, I tell you what. M62 in an S4. I have no idea what that means. M62, I thought that was isn't that a BMW engine? But an S4 is an Audi.
The only engine code I know of for BMW is the S65, and that's the V8 in the E90.
Well, because it always cracks me up because the M cars have S code motors, but the non-M cars have M coded motors.
Do they?
Yeah, it's like an M60 or something like that.
Okay.
It's for a non-M, but the S60 is for the M. It's just the way that they coded it. It's just like funny how that worked out. But yeah. Oh, as in an S4 FC. Oh. Nah, keep it rotary. Keep up the good work, guys. Hope to meet y'all someday. Work comes early. Yeah, I get that. Thank you, Rotary. Been a big fan of yours for 3 or 4 years. Really good guy down in Tennessee. He has a 13B FB. I think he's carb though.
So?
He's the dark side.
I don't like carburetors.
Dude,
there's so much. They're so much simpler.
I know, and I've
granted they are a lot more temperamental.
I have fallen in love with carb straight sixes. They sound
good, don't they?
I drove Mustang straight six, a 1965. Sounded great. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you didn't get the VA up, see.
But then I drove a Triumph TR6 with a 2.5 liter straight six, dual carb.
Were those twin cam or single cam?
I don't know, but I would guess single.
Okay.
It was not very quick. And it was
I would imagine
it was not very fast revving.
See, that's a weird thing to think about. Is no car like pre 1980 was really fast.
Yeah, that's true.
In my opinion.
48 IDA. I will change you. So much easier to work on. All you need is a flathead. Rototurd is trying to convert me to the carb life. I like bippity boppity booping on my laptop.
See, that's the thing. If you like simplicity, getting out a laptop and plugging in a whole bunch of wires.
Yeah, that's true.
Just tune your engine compared to this.
And now I have to set up that whole harness, and I have to mount the ECU in the new car and all that stuff. I understand that, but
do you have the ECU from Rose?
Hmm?
Okay.
I kept literally everything.
Minus the shell.
Oh. Sorry, everyone that just got PTSD from the iPhone. Ready? Oh, it didn't do it loud.
See, it knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, I know. It knew that I was going to be a jerk. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. I think we did an hour 28 or something like
Hour
that.
20, about an hour 20.
Yeah, jeez. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone, for the questions. Really appreciated it. And thank you to everyone who... I think we made like $7 from the people that donated.
Made $7?
I made $7. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're just listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you can find my podcast, I would highly recommend coming over and watching the video version. Hopefully, I kind of like this setup. I kind of like doing live Q&A.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's different, and yeah, okay. I didn't know where I was going to go with that. I feel like I had something, and then it flew out of my mind. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.